Jasha, breaking mega newslon right now.
I could have just added in a sound effect for that alarm, you know?
Can you just put like some filters over my voice?
Yeah, I totally will.
We finally have some Monsterverse news.
We do.
Some concrete stuff. Some concrete footage.
Concrete.
Some
That's
concrete
funny. That's good.
footage.
Full of jokes tonight. This is...
We have a little teaser.
Yeah.
Little teaser trailer. Alongside the name of the latest Monsterverse
title
flick.
announcement for the Godzilla and Kong movie coming out next year. For ages, people were thinking it was just going to be Godzilla and Kong.
No, we're doing you one better. Godzilla X Kong.
And a subtitle, The New Empire.
Now, I haven't seen any Monsterverse movies, Jasha, except for Skull Island.
Yeah.
So I opened up that teaser trailer, and what do we see but a big, giant orangutan?
Or a chimp. He's got orange fur.
He's got long, lanky
Yeah.
arms. Sitting on his little throne, alongside just a heck ton of skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
And Godzilla and Kong's skulls.
Then we got the title. Now, I'm going to have a hot take. I'm going to have a huge hot take. Because everyone online's loving this. Everyone's loving this reveal. Everyone's just sucking up all this Godzilla X Kong news.
Memeing the heck out of, Lanky Kong?
Yep. People are loving it. I opened this up in the morning. I think someone, was it Adam Baston from the Final Draft posted this in our Discord. He's hot on the Godzilla news for us. We were both sleeping. This was like at 3 a.m. our time when this announcement came. So I woke up, rolled over, checked Adam's message, watched this. And I got huge, mobile game ad vibes. Kind of the shoddy CGI, the slow zoom out. I was like, is this Raid Shadow Legends?
No, you're completely right.
And then the title, Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, is like a brand collaboration. And I'm like, what am I looking at?
I don't know if we talked about it too much, but you remember that Godzilla Ants mobile game crossover?
There's a big Ants mobile game popular in Japan.
The worst game. I played it. I didn't get far because it kind of sucked. I'm going to cut all our chances for a promotion there. But yeah, I can totally see this fitting in there. It felt like a bit like Shin Heroes.
The Shin Japan Heroes universe?
Yeah, but Shin American monkeys and nothing else for the end of time.
Well, even the font they chose for the New Empire, I don't know. I'm not digging the vibe. But don't get me wrong, guys. Don't stone me yet. I'm very excited for this movie. I'm a big Monsterverse fan.
You're a big Kong head.
Yeah, I'm a big Kong head. So all you Monsterverse haters, I want you to take a seat because I love what Legendary's done with the movies. I am probably one of the most excited people for this next one, Godzilla X Kong. Wasn't a fan of the teaser. Wasn't a fan of the name. But maybe it'll grow on me, you know? Maybe it'll grow on me. I believe. I have faith in Godzilla.
Yeah. As someone who hasn't seen very many of those movies, it seems real weird that they're coming off the heels of Godzilla versus Kong and being like, hey, we're not really going to delve any more into Godzilla's story. Sure, we have an Apple TV series. We'll see what that does. Sure, we have another Japanese Godzilla coming out sooner in 6 months.
Yeah, when are we going to hear about that?
We're going to have more monkeys.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I kind of wish we saw either some classic Godzilla characters or some new ones as well. I've never been the biggest Kong fan, so having another Kong. It's just Godzilla and Kong versus Kong.
Yeah, well, to be honest, when I first watched the trailer, it didn't click with me that, this is going to be the new bad guy. This orangutan monkey monster dude's going to be the villain.
You thought it was Kong's sibling.
No, I thought it was more like an artistic interpretation of the Monsterverse, right? I was like, classic, video game ad vibes. They hired some company to make this CGI little teaser for them. And whoever made this teaser is just let's pick up on this piece from Godzilla, this piece from Kong, this piece from the Monsterverse. Why don't we have a monkey sitting on a throne that kind of symbolizes the Monsterverse so far? Some skulls. It'll be sick. A skull of Godzilla and a skull of Kong. When I watched this, I was like, cool. And I didn't really think that this teaser would be teasing the actual plot and the villain. but that's what everyone's thinking. So I take it you're not a huge fan of a potential orangutan kaiju.
Well, I look. I love the trailer for the tease of potentially having like. I've seen those images of Kong's and Godzilla's skulls. Like, that would be so cool. I know for a fact that Godzilla and Kong are not going to die and have their skulls the only thing remaining. So immediately most of my hopes have been dashed. But I do feel like Legendary's keeping their cards pretty close to their chest with this one.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what else they have, because I doubt it's just going to be one new monkey and nothing else.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think, this is what I'm betting, is that it is just an artistic interpretation of the villain. So, sure, it might be a monkey villain, right? But there's a long time till this movie comes out. He might not look like he does in that trailer. It might just be like, oh, we're teasing this monkey villain.
They barely showed anything of him at all.
Because I think when the original Legendary Godzilla came out, there was a teaser shown at Comic-Con, and it was a giant dead carcass of this monster kaiju that everyone was making theories about. Everyone was like, whoa, this is going to be amazing. What new kaiju is this? Didn't even appear in the movie. Was just there as part of the teaser. So I wouldn't put it past them.
So all we know, there could be another monkey.
There could be.
Probably going to be another monkey.
Probably.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to getting into... Because, well, I think we should be up to date when this movie comes out, right?
We are hoping, guys. Everyone listening. We are hoping. Don't hold us to it, but we're hoping that we will be up to date with Godzilla movies by the time Godzilla X Kong comes around.
That is not a ship. Do not ship those two.
Godzilla and Kong?
It's not... Don't ship those
Everyone's
two guys.
shipping them together, Mikey. You're not a fan of Godzilla and Kong?
I'm not a Godzilla X Kong fan.
You're a Godzilla and Mothra fan. Is that what you're saying? Or are you more Mothra and Batra?
Oh, now that's what I can get behind.
well, should we get into it then?
Yeah.
Start shipping them. Welcome back to Podzilla, everyone. I'm Jasha. With me is Micah.
Hey, that's me.
That's him. And we are back to talk about the next Heisei movie on our agenda, Godzilla vs. Mothra. Not to be confused with Mothra vs. Godzilla from the 60s. And I think this has also been called Godzilla and Mothra, The Battle for Earth?
Godzilla has one of the weirdest and most confusing naming conventions.
We'll just call it
for a franchise.
Godzilla X Mothra. Should we do that?
Godzilla X Mothra.
And then
the New Earth.
The New Earth. That's good. I like that. Let's patent that. First off, I want to apologize, everyone, because we've both been super sick this week. So you'll probably hear some nasaliness.
You'll hear some nasals.
You'll hear some sinuses.
We'll have some handsome deep voices.
Micah will probably have more mouth noises than usual. But we're trucking along. We're going to get through this together.
That's right.
We also had a pretty fun week. We've hit the movies a few times this week together. We saw the new hit Japanese Toho-produced anime film Suzume.
This is fantastic.
Amazing movie. Directed, written, created by the same guy who did Your Name and Weathering with You. I haven't seen either of those. I am chomping at the bit to watch them now.
Chomping at the jib?
No, stop it. We also went to the New Zealand premiere screening of Evil Dead Rise.
So we were the first people in New Zealand to see this movie.
Yeah.
It's very, very fun.
I'm a huge Deadhead myself. I love the Evil Dead movies. Love Bruce Campbell. I pray at the altar of Sam Raimi every single day. I thought the new movie was fun.
It was all right.
Yeah. It didn't live up to like the bloodiness of the previous Evil Dead. It didn't live up to the goofiness of some of the original stuff.
Yeah, a little less Bruce than I would have liked, which was practically none.
Yeah, but it was good. Yeah. So
the worst thing about it, we had some drinks, some on-theme drinks that night.
Yeah.
We both bought some Mother's Milk.
The themed cocktail to go along with Evil Dead Rise. Mother's Milk.
It was bad. I will not be contacting Mother anymore.
It was like a White Russian. It was It was good.
It was bad.
It was good.
There was red food colouring in which put me off.
What put you off? The actual drink or it being called Mother's Milk?
The red food colouring in Mother's Milk.
Mother's Milk comes with a little bit of blood. What's wrong with that, Micah? I finished the movie. I was looking at my pretty much empty glass, and then yours was just completely full. Blood still bubbling at the top.
Can we talk about Godzilla?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Only other thing I wanted to say was that tomorrow we are going to be watching Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School and recording an episode on that. We'll also probably talk a little bit more about Suzume, so if that interests you, or Scooby-Doo interests you, check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/Podzilla. We'll have an episode up for you later this week.
Yeah, a little bit of an animation deep dive.
Yeah.
Everything Toho related. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. But should we get into it?
Without further ado.
Yeah, Godzilla x Mothra. Micah, what is this movie about?
Guys, buckle in. Following the crash landing of a meteor on Earth, a hibernating Godzilla is awoken from his slumber. The impact triggers a series of earthquakes, leading to the unearthing of a gigantic egg on an Indonesian island known as Infant Island. A team of explorers comprised of Takuya, a thief and ex-archaeologist, Masako, his ex-wife, and Ando, an employee working for the Marutomo Company, discover a cave with several millennia-old murals depicting two giant moths locked in battle. Two miniature twins calling themselves the Cosmos explain that 12,000 years ago, Mothra was the guardian of Earth, though when scientists developed technology that started to harm the Earth itself created Batra, the Black Mothra, to neutralize the threat of humanity. A battle between the two moths ensued, ending in Batra being trapped beneath the North Sea. However, the recent earthquakes have uncovered him from the depths once more. Soon, after the Marutomo Company attempts to take the giant egg as a tourist attraction for their company, the egg hatches to reveal a larval form of Mothra. While the larvae Batra causes destruction in the city of Nagoya, Godzilla and Mothra have a showdown, with Batra soon joining the fray. The team of explorers splits ways, with Takuya attempting to sell the Cosmos for money and Ando kidnapping them for his own company. All the while, the trio of kaiju continue to rage across Japan. During a rampage by Mothra, the Cosmos call out to her to stop her destruction just as the Japanese Defense Force attacks Mothra with their full army. Seemingly down for the count, the Mothra larvae starts to spray streams of silk and covers herself in a cocoon, emerging as the fully fledged Imago Mothra in all of her winged beauty. This respite is short-lived, however, as Godzilla once again reappears, this time from the crater of Mount Fuji. Meanwhile, Batra undergoes his own moth-like transformation, and all three kaiju once again reunite for a final battle for Earth. The two giant moths soon duel again after tens of thousands of years, finally attempting to destroy each other once and for all. Though when Godzilla enters the arena once more and nearly destroys Batra, the two moths begin to communicate, and decide to put aside their differences to end Godzilla together. A long fight ensues, ending with Batra grabbing a Ferris wheel and dropping it onto Godzilla. The two moths pick up Godzilla's body and start to carry him away, but not before Godzilla bites into Batra's neck and fires his atomic breath into the wound, killing the giant moth. Mothra is forced to release Godzilla, sending the two kaiju plummeting into the sea below. Mothra then places a seal over the ocean, honoring Batra's sacrifice, and returns to the Haneda airport to thank humanity, taking the Cosmos and flying into outer space to take Batra's place as Earth's cosmic protector.
Mosura. Ah! Mosura. Beautiful.
Thanks, man.
Beautiful.
It was nice to hear the Mothra theme song again after decades of it being absent.
Yeah, I was glad that they honoured it, you know? They snuck in a new little rendition of it.
But they stuck to the roots as well.
They still sang the original. It was good. I forgot to say, this is directed by Takeo Okawara. This is his first Godzilla film. He directs a few more of the Heisei ones coming up, so it was cool to see his debut. And it was really good to see Mothra again, because we have not seen her for a long time, especially in the Imago form.
Yeah.
This is huge.
It's been a long time coming.
Very long time.
Now, Jasha, this director, are they a fan of Indiana Jones?
Well, the director of the last couple of Heisei movies, right?
Yeah.
Huge American movie fan. We've seen kind of like tributes to Terminator, tributes to Jurassic Park.
Mm.
He wrote this story, even though he didn't direct it. So, does very much seem inspired by Indiana Jones. This is literally like Indiana Jones versus Godzilla.
It starts off with... Wait. That's a movie I want to see.
That's pretty much what this movie is. Starts off, yeah, just like you were saying, our main man, Takuya, in this like Japanese temple in the middle of the jungle somewhere.
Yeah. He's got his brown coat and his brown fedora.
Yeah. And he's just swiping an idol while dodging over pressure plates and running up like stairs as they're falling away.
This is like the greatest American Ninja Warrior course I've ever seen.
It's huge indie vibes. Huge.
Yeah. Even down to his mannerisms.
Yeah.
The smiles that he does.
Oh, those sly smiles. When he was jumping up that crazy staircase ladder thing, how fast his legs were moving. Unreal. Unreal.
That's fitness goals right there.
And then even later on in the movie, they're crossing a bridge. Takuya, Masako, and Ando. And the bridge snaps in half and they're having to hold on. Straight out of Temple of Doom.
Yeah, yeah.
Later on in the movie, they find this cavern with murals of Mothra and Mothra's symbol. And light shines through Mothra's symbol onto the wall.
That's Raiders for sure.
Straight out of Raiders. I loved it.
And he also has some like big brawls with Ando later in the movie.
Yeah. They're fight
Last
on the
Crusade
ship.
vibes.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
I'm pretty sure you could find some Kingdom
Yeah.
references in here as well.
Mothra goes to space at the end. You know what else comes from space? Aliens. Except they don't come from space in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. They come from other dimensions. Scratch that.
Okay. Before its time, regardless.
Before its time, definitely. But yeah, I really love the adventurous theme throughout this whole movie. Starts off straight into the action with that kind of stuff. It doesn't really let up for a minute. There's action set pieces, heaps of monster destruction the whole way through. And I really fell for these main characters. I liked Takuya, I liked Masako. They're bantering throughout this whole movie.
Because they're literally an old married couple.
Yeah.
But they're an old divorced married couple.
Yeah.
So they've got a real unique dynamic that we haven't seen before.
Early on, Takuya's like, he's arrested, I think, first off, and he's going to be charged for his thieving crimes, the amount of stuff he's stolen.
Is it really worth being arrested if you go into a dungeon, find an idol yourself, and then the government says,
Micah, that kind of stuff belongs in a museum, dude. You can't just take that. You can't just take stuff like that. He's like the anti-Indiana Jones.
Instead of bringing it to the museum.
He's just selling it. Selling it to who knows who. All he cares about is money. But he's brought in, he's just like eating lemon slices, making sly remarks to Masako. He's like, when the bridge snaps later on, he's like, man, you put on some weight, Masako. He's like cracking jokes
Holding
left, right,
nothing
and center. That was great. Yeah, I loved it. I loved the vibe this thing was going for. I glossed over, but the cavern with Mothra's like symbol in it. The mural on the wall of Mothra and Batra together. So cool.
I really like it. Feels like it's been a good while since we've had a Godzilla movie that's delved into like the lore of the Earth and built up kaiju in a real historical way. I think the only time they've done it, apart from 54 Godzilla, is with, I want to say, King Caesar.
Yeah.
Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, you're right.
Who was like the old protector of Earth. So it's real cool coming in once again to a reimagined Godzilla universe and having some history of the monsters, already building them up before we see them.
Yeah, really cool. I mean, it's already established now that Godzilla isn't kind of this huge thing that's been protecting the Earth for eons. He isn't the protector of the people. He's just this crazy, indestructible monster. And it sets up Mothra and Batra as this kind of yin and yang protectors of the Earth, which is pretty cool. It is quite convoluted. I don't really understand the whole like lore of Mothra and Batra.
Let's try to break it down. So
okay,
so 13,000 years ago,
All right.
Mothra's a thing,
Yeah.
protector of the Earth.
The cosmos.
The cosmos may have brought Mothra along, but they've always been there. It's weird them not being called the Shobijin.
Yeah, weird, right?
Yeah,
Real
Oh,
weird.
that took me.
Are they
threw me for a
aliens?
loop. No, they ask them that, and they specifically say that they've just been here, just like the Earth, ever since its inception.
But they clearly go to and from space, right?
Yeah. So we're sticking with the trend of none of the kaiju being aliens.
Okay.
But scientists 13,000 years ago, as they do 13,000 years ago,
Okay.
develop weather controlling technology,
All right.
and I guess get in over their heads and start to wreak a bit of havoc on the world.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, Earth itself creates Batra.
Yeah.
So it feels less like Mothra and Batra are sworn enemies, yin and yang, and almost like Mothra's the defender of Earth,
Yeah.
and Batra's the attacker. What I discovered was that Batra ended up seeing humanity as almost this kind of virus, this plague on the Earth,
Yeah.
went to destroy them and annihilate them, and Mothra was the one who wanted to hold Batra back
Mm.
and say, hey, these guys aren't all bad. And that's why they started clashing heads ever since
Okay.
the beginning.
Pretty crazy then that in this world, like the Earth, the literal Earth, is sentient to a point. Or maybe
Yeah.
not sentient, but
It feels a bit like Star Wars, like the Force.
yeah.
Like maybe it's not the Earth itself, but the aura, the
Something
presence.
spiritual going on that
Yeah.
created this giant moth thing. Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I didn't completely understand it. It's probably that's probably a reoccurring theme through the Heisei movies. I don't really
I don't think
understand the
you need
story.
to. All,
It's cool.
all I needed to see was Mothra's giant egg once again, and I was along for the
that
ride.
reveal.
Yeah.
How about when Mothra's cocoon opens to the music, to the sparkly dust through the air? Mothra rears her head, flies out.
Wings furled over her back and then unfurling.
I had a spiritual experience.
I think I did too.
This
This
is-
may be the most beautiful piece of cinema I've ever seen.
Put this in a museum. Takuya, what are you doing?
Takuya.
Steal this movie. Don't steal an idol. This is crazy. Yeah, I love seeing Mothra again. I love seeing the Mothra egg. I loved like the reveal of them rolling out the map. Then you seeing the words Infant Island on the map. Like all these familiar places and things from the Showa era. It's just there's something real cool about seeing them again.
Yeah, for sure. What did you think of Mothra's new look? 'Cause Larvae looks admittedly a lot like the Showa era did.
Yeah, it looks a bit cleaner though.
Looks cleaner for sure.
I really like how the Mothra larvae looks in this.
But kind of the protagonist of this movie, even more so than Godzilla, I'd say. Mothra just looks beautiful, man.
Super fluffy, super angelic. Crazy.
Heavenly.
Yeah, the way she flies through the air.
Hmm.
You guys were going on about Mothra all throughout the Showa era, and I was like, I like Mothra. I see it now. I
This has
see
turned
her
us into
now.
changed men.
Mothra's
see you,
crazy,
Mothra.
man. Mothra is so cool. Oh, yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff I loved about Mothra. When Mothra was in larvae form, and she is in the water with Godzilla, and she like bites onto Godzilla's tail, and we get the iconic like scenes of Godzilla's tail.
Yeah, this is the one all the action figures are
Yeah,
portraying.
whirling around with Mothra on the back. The amount of times Mothra gets like thrown around in larvae form, I love that. Like they literally just throw the Mothra puppet,
Feels like Toho's not super precious with it.
just ragdolls around the place. Oh, I live for it.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then some of the scenes with Mothra as well. There's a part of the movie where the Cosmos are singing out to Mothra. I think it's the first time they sing the Mosura song, and they're like singing it into the sunset.
Yep.
And then it switches to Mothra swimming through the water with that very same sunset. Some cool shots. Like, this whole movie just looked stunning the whole way through.
Cinematography here is actually quite good.
Yeah, it's next level.
Enjoyed it.
One thing I didn't like about Mothra, just real quick, I didn't like her eyes in the larvae form.
Oh, the larvae form.
Yeah, no, I like Mothra Margot's eyes.
I just had flashbacks to our first year of Podzilla where you were slamming Mothra's eyes.
What's that? Yo,
Back in the day.
Ibra Horror of the Deep. There's a scene in that Mothra's eyes look terrible. Mothra's eyes look great now. Mothra larvae's eyes. You know how they're kind of like light bulbs,
like blue light bulbs.
Blue.
Yeah.
They've been red in the past. They look great, but there's scenes in this where they're not blue, and it's kind of like the light bulb isn't turned on, and it's just like lifeless.
I'm not sure.
It's just like lifeless bulbs.
Yeah,
looked fake.
Lifeless bulbs. Good username. One of you can take that. What did you think of? For me personally, it's a bit weird seeing this movie, being called Godzilla versus Mothra, when I feel like Godzilla's almost playing second fiddle to both Mothra and Batra. It felt a bit like a reimagining of the original Mothra movie, and you have a lot of those same themes with Mothra cocooning, the Shobijin, the cosmos. But it felt like they used the existing Godzilla Heisei franchise to piggyback them into this new era of monsters.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say both those things, because first off, man, we're changing things up this episode. We've already been talking about Mothra. Now I'm going to bring up some trivia. This is new. Podzilla's in a new era, new empire of Podzilla. It's funny you say that because I think I mentioned a couple episodes ago, but they were originally planning for a standalone Mothra Heisei era movie, and that got turned into this. So there was originally going to be a Mothra movie. I think Mothra was going to be going up against a creature called Bagan.
We've talked about Bagan before, haven't we?
Bagan's a monster that keeps getting movies written and then cancelled about him. So he's never made a proper film appearance.
One day.
But yeah, they kind of turned a lot of that plot into this movie, so it stands to reason. That's why it feels a bit more like Mothra-centric than Godzilla-centric. And they purposefully, in this movie, wanted to echo scenes from the original Mothra movie.
Yeah.
So there's a scene in the original Mothra where Mothra survives this crazy napalm attack at sea. Similar scenes in the ocean with the Mothra larvae in this one. In the original Mothra movie, she goes to Tokyo to recover her Shobijin. In this movie, she goes to Tokyo to recover her Cosmos. And then she builds a cocoon on top of a Tokyo landmark, does the same in this one. And then at the very end, she reunites with the Shobijin of the Cosmos at an airport.
At the airport, yeah.
So pretty cool.
It's good. I don't know, it might just be me, but I can't help but feel like if Godzilla were left out of this, that Mothra would be a bit bigger of a name.
You reckon?
I think so.
It is a shame that, like, no one really has seen the original Mothra movie.
It feels like it, yeah.
It's funny that, like, Mothra got her own standalone film, was always kind of a separate thing to Godzilla, and then just got shoehorned into being his, like, second protagonist, right?
I mean, even the new King of the Monsters movie.
Yeah.
Like, Mothra's in there, it's so cool, but with, like, 3 other kaiju.
Yeah.
Give me a standalone Mothra movie once again.
We are getting it. We're getting the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy coming up, so I'm excited to see.
I'm hyped.
Apparently they did badly, and apparently people didn't like them, so maybe it's
No. Don't speak that into existence.
Okay.
I want to enjoy this trilogy.
I've kept hearing the words piss Furby uttered whenever I mention Mothra's Rebirth trilogy, so I don't know
I'm a little
what.
scared, Jasha.
I'm really scared about what that means. Let's talk about Batra real quick, though. We've talked about Mothra a lot. What did you think of Batra's look? What do you think about Batra's larvae look?
Batra's been a real wonder to me.
The Black Mothra.
I didn't know about Batra until, I think even starting this podcast, I didn't know about Batra. I first learned about Batra through Godzilla Battle Line.
Here we go.
The saving grace that it is. And that game almost makes him out to be a villain, an antagonist.
Yeah.
And you can totally see that in this movie. He starts out and he's built up to be this dark Mothra, this black Mothra, evil, annihilating all the humans. But he kind of turns into this really cool, I don't want to say like bad guys to lovers,
Villains to lovers.
villains to lovers scenario, but definitely like villains,
Enemies to lovers, that's what I'm going to say. Yeah.
but definitely like enemies to teammates,
Yeah.
which is real cool. Like in the end of the movie, Mothra and Batra come together in this big final moment.
Yeah.
And it's real cool seeing this beautiful Mothra and this quite gnarly looking Batra team up to take down Godzilla, the true evil.
Yeah. The scene where Godzilla's dropping the Ferris wheel onto Mothra and Batra flies in and like catches it before it hits her and then picks it up and puts it on Godzilla.
It's riveting.
So
And
good.
it's so like that Ferris wheel scene. Mwah.
We get an amusement park Godzilla fight. It's great.
It's great. No, but yeah, the two forms, the larvae form looks fantastic. I love Mothra larva being this little like wormy louse looking thing.
Yeah.
And then Batra comes along and it's just this caterpillar with two legs
It's
at the front.
He's clearly
Did you
like
see this? He's like walking along.
doesn't look like he's crawling through Tokyo at all. It looks like he's stomping through it.
He's doing his little Batra waddle.
It's quite strange how like he's a lot more upright in larvae form than Mothra is. He looks so otherworldly, like the colours on him and his horn.
Looks like a poisonous caterpillar,
Yeah,
which I
you're
really
right.
loved.
Yeah.
And then turning into... We don't see too much of the transformation, do we?
Well, we see 1 second Batra larvae swimming through the ocean, then like a
Little lightning flash.
energy explosion, and then he's a moth.
Give me a little caterpillar cocoon for Batra. And then the imago form. Is it called imago form for Batra as well?
I guess it is. Yeah.
Really great. Looking like a locust.
Yeah, it looks a lot less moth and more like Megaguirus looks in the Millennium
Yeah,
era.
yeah.
Very similar, but I liked him. He had real cool, like spiky, long legs.
And I think the move set for both of them is fantastic as well.
Yeah.
Mothra's got some new and improved moves, but Batra is just like shocks of energy from his eyes, from his horn the entire time.
Yeah, it's real cool. Because Big O mentioned it last episode, but a lot of the gripes people have with the Heisei movies is a lot of the battles are just like explosions and lightning and energy beams.
Yeah. CG.
Yeah.
CG and practical explosions.
And there was a lot of that in this, but I thought they got quite creative with it. Like, it wasn't just beams, it was a beam hitting a building, then half of that building toppling over onto Godzilla, and like that beam, or Godzilla's atomic breath, breaking a Ferris wheel, but then them actually picking up the Ferris wheel. Like,
and even those first scenes with the larvae Mothra, just hanging onto his tail.
yeah.
Like, that's real fun physical comedy.
Yeah, it was
and
great.
then later on, when I feel like Mothra has quite a lot of versatility.
Yeah.
Like both of them are grabbing onto Godzilla in different ways, using their wings for different attacks.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love it. Mothra is the new Super X.
How about just, you're right, flying around with beams? I even just when Mothra larvae is like just going through Tokyo, almost like a bullet train, just destroying everything in her path. Then she sees
Goddess no more.
She sees the Cosmos, and the Cosmos are like, "Okay, Mothra, stop destroying things."
Turn from your ways.
And Mothra turns away and makes a whole different like path through Tokyo to get back to where she was.
Maybe Mothra's not the good one in this movie. Hey,
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like I've gone through most of my notes here. I loved the blood. Like the green blood seeping from Batra's neck.
yeah, like the neon yellow, the fluoro highlighter color.
Yeah, it was great. And I love how Godzilla is, in the Heisei era, he's just a villain. He's just a huge monster. He's not the good guy that he was in the Showa era. In this, he's full on the villain. Mothra and Batra are teaming up against Godzilla to
For
save the
sure.
Earth.
Which is real weird to say. And I think this movie does such a good job in setting the scene for the rest of Heisei being like, hey, none of these movies are really going to have Godzilla as the good guy.
Yeah.
He is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and even just the title, or the American title of this movie, Godzilla and Mothra Battle for the Earth. I quite like how that title works quite well with the story, like it is literally the Earth that is almost sending these
Yeah.
monsters into battle. So they're battling because of the Earth, like for the Earth they're battling, which is pretty cool when you look at it from that perspective.
You'd make a great English teacher, Jasha.
Would I? With all my mispronunciations. Okay, kids, we're learning about nuclear
I hate,
today.
I hate to tell you, it's mispronunciations.
Wait, did I say that wrong? No, I didn't. That didn't happen.
What did you think of the Cosmos? Because we've stepped away from the Shobijin, the Peanuts, two fantastic actors who we loved throughout the Showa era.
Yeah, they were great. I love the Peanuts. Yeah, the Cosmos are all right.
Yeah,
Beautiful singing voices.
singing
They
was
didn't
good.
look
They had
all that alike.
true. Aren't
Yeah.
they twins?
I don't know. They didn't look like it.
I will say, they added hand actions for the Mosura song.
We have an official TikTok dance for the Mothra song now, guys.
Is this how we expand Podzilla into the TikTok world?
Hey, we've got a TikTok I'm doing nothing with. All I'm saying, are we going to grab a couple of these Cosmos costumes? Are we doing it? Who knows? Who knows?
That's our next Patreon goal.
What do you think about the MAILnilla cameo?
Hey?
They go to Manila, the place, for a second in this movie.
Get out of here.
Great Manila cameo. And the whole thing ends. The whole film ends. Well, in the Heisei era, currently we've got a giant rose floating in space, and we've got Mothra with the cosmos floating in space.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. All these moving pieces on the Heisei chessboard.
They're setting up the pawns.
Yeah, they are. They are. Did you have a favorite from the monsters and the human characters in this?
Humans? While I do like both of the Cosmos, and I do like our mains, shout out to Masako, the ex-wife. She's great.
She was great.
But I loved her daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
She was great. Yeah.
She comes into the movie and she's basically just fangirling over Mothra and the Cosmos the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, every time Mothra does something, she's like, wow, Mothra, yay!
It's beautiful!
Amazing!
Mothra's talking!
Yeah, she was good.
But yeah, Masako as well. I think she was a real fun protagonist for this movie.
The whole storyline of Takuya and Masako being divorced, them having a kid, Takuya not even paying child support, then him seeing his kid again, and then him leaving behind his life of thievery for his family. Quite a cool little inclusion to the story. It's something new for sure for Godzilla.
Yeah, I mean, even those opening scenes having someone with that much character depth that they focus on straight away.
Yeah.
I mean, when have we opened up on a dungeon heist?
Right? It's cool. They're getting
it's a
creative.
little change up from the pace, which is great.
Yeah. My favorite character was probably an old man. I don't know his name.
Don't even.
He is.
I know who you're talking about.
Alongside Akira Takarada, who was in this movie. Shout out to him. He was in so many of the Showa stuff. He was great. Great to see him again. But he has this old man assistant who's just always reacting to everything in a crazy way, over the top. Loved him. I also really, really loved the American actors.
The American actors, yeah. Shout out to you guys who can never even come across with a semblance of realism.
No. It doesn't even sound like you're speaking English. I don't know what you're saying in these movies. Craziness.
The most I really wonder, because there's groups of 6 or 7 of them in scenes in this one. I really wonder if any of them realize that they're not good actors. Is there just one extra in the back of those takes being, guys, this sucks.
We're going to retake that, right? We're not? All right, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. They're consistently giving their lines with such a lack of enthusiasm.
Yeah. It's crazy. Who's your favourite monster? Mine was Mothra.
Yeah.
Whose was yours?
Yeah. Mothra Lava or Mothra
Imago. She's too good.
Something about her.
She's too good.
It's either Imago Mothra or Larva Batra.
Whoa. Nice.
I love that category. Do you think anybody ever pops into this podcast and hear us in the middle of a conversation talking about Imago, Mothra, and Batra Lava and think what the heck we're on about?
Yeah, it's funny that these words have become second nature to us. They're in our vocabulary.
Yeah. Little aside here, we were recently featured on one of the podcasting apps. I think it was Pocket Casts.
Yeah, featured us. That was awesome. In their Movie Magic playlist.
And then the Movie Magic players. I think you had to swipe a little bit to see us, but it was cool being on there.
We're alongside Quentin Tarantino's podcast and the Letterboxd
Were we?
show. Yeah, like what's going on?
That's great. It's real cool to see us like get into that stage, which is awesome. But I really worried about the people who scrolled along to see us and was like, "Oh, this Godzilla podcast." Taps onto like a half-human episode.
Oh no!
Or
please,
these episodes.
No.
Do you think they would have loved to see their first episode to listen to be our Return of Godzilla 1985 Pepsi ridden
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper ridden episode?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Welcome if you are joining us for the first time.
Good to have you here.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed this movie about two miniature Cosmos girls. And then 2 moths.
Oh,
Never
I'm
been a
worried
time to
now.
jump in.
I'm worried.
What do you think of Godzilla in this movie as well?
Get him out of here.
Yeah,
It was just the same old, same old. He's still cool. He looks cool. Got some cool abilities. He was hardly in it, to be fair.
he was hardly in it.
I love how Miki returns as well, the psychic. And pretty much she's only in these movies at this point to be like, Godzilla's coming. I feel Godzilla.
She's on like the National Defense Force, and it feels like that's literally all she does. And at the same time, she's smarter than like any of her peers.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Godzilla's coolest moments in this were him trying to chuck the Ferris wheel onto Mothra,
That was cool.
him biting into Batra's neck,
Yeah.
and just getting himself covered in yellow ooze. And then that moment where I think it was Batra shocked a giant skyscraper behind Godzilla.
Yeah.
And it was one of the coolest practical moments I've seen probably in all of the Godzilla series so far, when this huge skyscraper just falls down onto not only Godzilla, but the Godzilla costume actor.
Yeah, it looked good.
Like, the practical effects with these movies have been so cool up to this point.
Yeah.
And that was a single moment where I'm like, oh, we've come so far.
Yeah.
Like, I was fearing for the actor's life in that moment. It was really cool.
Yeah, I'll the miniature stuff's still so great. All the practical explosions are still great. I loved I think when the like meteor hits at the start and it hits Godzilla and it's like there's just crazy explosions going off in his face. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it. It looks so cool.
Have no clue how they do it.
No. Yeah, because like Godzilla's atomic breath is all CG or is all done afterwards. Yet the practical explosions go off at the right time. It all looks great together.
Yeah.
Toho.
After we watched this, we went back to watch the trailer of what was it? Was it Astro Monster?
Yeah, Invasion of Astro Monster trailer was on the DVD we had.
The leap in practical effects that we've had.
Yeah.
And even visual effects. It's so cool to see Godzilla coming into a new light.
Should I take us through the few little bits of trivia I have left?
Yeah, give it to me, dude.
So, Heisei Mothra makes another appearance coming up in Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla.
Heck yeah.
Get ready for that, gonna be good. Batra doesn't make another appearance outside of Godzilla Island and Godziban.
Hey, at least we get that.
Yeah.
It's weird that after the last movie, King Ghidorah isn't mentioned in this, or his corpse isn't even seen. I don't know. I'd love to see even just a Batra wing thrown astray.
I think he
in the
might be
next
mentioned
movie.
again. We'll see. Toho decided to bring Mothra back to the big screen because she actually won a poll showing that she was the most popular monster among women.
True. I remember that was a big note to take from the first Mothra movie, is that
Yeah.
it brought a lot of women into the kaiju sphere.
Yeah. So they ended up making this movie have a lot of a lighter tone, making it a family-orientated romance story, having a main character that was a child, that was your favorite character.
Yeah.
They were all put into this movie to try and bring women and children back to theaters. And this film, because of that, ended up being a huge box office success and became the most successful Heisei film.
The most successful?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Brought everyone to the theaters. Everyone came to see Mothra. Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? And the last thing I have here was that during a trip to Japan, famous director Tim Burton was on the film set during the first day of special effects filming.
That's great.
It's good, right?
Good stuff.
Tim Burton watching Godzilla history be made.
Did you know, Geisha?
Oh,
Throwing back at you.
okay.
Tokyo Sports Film Awards. Godzilla and Mothra won the Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor.
At the Sport Film Awards.
At the Tokyo Sports Film Awards.
Wow. What an achievement.
Godzilla and Mothra have Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor awards.
Notice how it's not Best On-Screen Couple, because it's now Mothra and Batra.
I wish Batra didn't die. That was sad.
I will do a shout out for like all the Godzilla comics and novels and stuff that have come out, because I've read a lot of it, and Batra is pretty cool in those. So if you're eager for more Batra, there is some stuff out there.
Yeah, chuck some my way because I'm interested. Oh, one other thing. There was a real interesting moment in this movie where the Defense Force, I don't know, focuses one of their cameras onto Godzilla, and you see like Godzilla's stats in the corner.
Yeah.
Like his height and his weight.
His trading card stats, you're right, yeah.
We now have a canon height for Heisei Godzilla. Approximately 100 meters tall.
Which I think is smaller than some of the Godzillas we've seen before that were like 150 meters tall. Or
if you think to a time in your life where you've run 1 kilometer,
yeah,
Godzilla is 1/10 of that distance, which is shockingly small to me.
It's still pretty big. Like he's as big as a Ferris wheel. You are right though. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I take back me saying that it is still big. That is not that huge. It was crazy as well when you see him going up against the Batra larvae, and he's literally the same size of the Batra larvae.
Yeah. A football field is 110 meters. Godzilla is 100 meters. That's not huge.
Yeah. Weird. Maybe when in Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, when they moved him into the ocean, maybe that did something to his mass.
Shrunk him.
All the salt.
Pruned him up real good.
Yeah. Should we wrap this up? What did you think of Godzilla versus Mothra, Micah? How many translucent peanuts would you give this one?
It's good. It's a good one. I really loved the Mothra original film. I think that's one of my highest rated ones of this journey so far.
Yeah.
And I think this one's a real good way to try and bring Mothra back into the spotlight once again, and into the current state of the Godzilla universe. I really enjoyed this movie, but I didn't like the fact that a lot of it felt reused, and even though a lot of it was meant to be evocative of like the original movie, it felt like they were just doing the same thing, but with Godzilla kind of at the helm.
Yeah,
a lot of the time. That being said, I loved the portions of the movie that focused on Mothra and Batra. I think that should have been the movie in itself, Mothra versus Batra. Print that. Great movie. I think that Godzilla's addition to this movie kind of detracted from it, because I just wanted a fun little Mothra romp once again.
Yeah.
And to breathe some new life into that idea of Mothra. And they did that a little bit, but I don't know. I wanted Godzilla to be kicked out of this one for a good while.
You're looking forward to Rebirth of Mothra, is that what you're saying?
I really, really am, dude. That being said, I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5 for translucent peanuts.
Flip.
Yeah, I think it's still a real enjoyable film with some of the best fighting we've seen in a good while.
Okay, interesting. I loved this. I really, really enjoyed this. I just thought the whole way through it was really brisk and snappy and fast-paced and fun. All the action scenes are great. I actually really loved each of the characters in this. Even just, like, peel it all back, right? At its core, it's a message about
coming out of your shell.
I guess. But, like, it's said in the movie that it's up to us to save the Earth, right? We can't rely on Mothra. We can't rely on other things. It's up to us as people. And it's kind of like that environmental message that Godzilla was birthed out of to begin with.
Yeah.
I liked it. I just thought it was really fun. I thought Mothra was amazing. I'm a huge Mothra fan now. Is she the best kaiju in any of these movies? Potentially.
Probably.
I'm a changed man. I'm giving this 4.5 translucent
Good on
peanuts
you,
out of 5.
Good on you.
This is great.
Going back a little bit as well, because I don't think we chatted too much about it. What did you think of the whole Ando aspect of this movie?
Ando bringing the Mothra egg back to his huge environment-destroying company.
Yeah, it felt like they were setting up the movie to be a big message on environmental companies again.
Yeah.
And he was the face of the movie, being like, hey, this huge company is basically bringing about Batra once again and destroying the Earth.
Yeah.
And then it kind of leaves it on a little bit of a thread.
Silk thread?
Hanging on a silken thread at the end.
I thought it was good. I liked seeing Ando as kind of this businessman doing it all for money, doing it all for his company, and then that switch of him sticking it to the man at the end, giving it to his boss and kind of being like, hey, you're the one who's done all this. And it's interesting that we don't see Godzilla or Mothra then come and destroy the big head of this company.
It felt a little bit evocative of the last movie we saw.
Yeah.
Versus King Ghidorah. And it felt like that moment was going to be set up once again.
Of the businessman and that getting destroyed by Godzilla.
Yeah.
I quite like how it flipped it on its head, and it just, the businessman in this was just like, kind of, what have I done? And he just like kneels down on the ground and kind of gives up. And that's the last we see of him.
It's kind of more depressing and crazy, just him being left there having to face the consequences of his actions.
Yeah. And I kind of like how all that stuff feels like throwbacks to plots we've seen before in a whole lot of the Godzilla movies. Like, this did just feel like a huge tribute to and callback to, like, the greatest hits of the Showa era.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah, I see that for sure.
Yeah. But that's us, guys. We have so many messages sent in from you that I can't wait to get to. Thanks so much for sending in messages. But first off, this poster.
Can't forget it. I have a gripe with this, Jasha.
Yeah, me too.
Where's Batra?
My gripe isn't where's Batra. It is, why are there 2 Mothra larvae coming out of the egg?
Both very good questions.
But I love how huge Mothra is on the poster. I love how colourful she is. Godzilla looks great. The 2 larvae look great.
They look, yeah.
Batra would have looked great.
Do you think the artist saw Godzilla versus Mothra?
Mothra versus Godzilla? The Showa era?
See, it's so easy to get it mixed up. I think that's what he did.
Yeah. He thought he was doing a poster for the original Showa one. Yeah, because that one had 2 Mothra larvae in it.
That had 2 Mothra larvae and 1 imago.
Yeah. I like this poster, though. This is the one I've had as my iPhone wallpaper for ages.
True.
The blues are great. I like it.
What about the reds?
The reddy oranges. They're good.
The browns?
Mothra's the browns. Whew, unbeatable. But let's get into some messages. First one here is from a good friend of the show, Liam, or Itnodove. Itnodove says, this film makes for a great time with a very entertaining human cast, especially Takuya with his Indiana Jones vibe. They're no peanuts, but the Shobijin were excellent as always, and while the environmental message they preached felt a little too forced this time, it didn't dampen the experience. Criminally, Batra has barely been used since this film, as while he isn't the most creative concept, he's the most fun of the clone monsters, and a great addition to Mothra lore. 3.93 out of 5 from Liam.
I like that rating. That's a Micah Drake rating right there. Next up, we have an email from Repod Reptiles.
Let's go. Repod's the best.
This is one Godzilla X Kong theories.
Godzilla X Kong. Let's get into it.
On. Hey, Jason, Micah. Kind of weird. This might be the first you'll hear from me on the show. Honestly, thought it'd be for Godzilla 2014 or, God forbid, Godzilla 98. Anyways, Godzilla X Kong. I was thinking of saving my thoughts for my own podcast, but I thought, why not share my own crackpot cuckoo theories here?
Let's go.
First off, a huge shout out to Twitter user KDM. They're a really reliable source of info regarding anything Monsterverse related. Now, the first thing I want to point out is how most monsters in the Monsterverse, minus Kong and the Toho classic monsters, all have names that tie to myths and legends. Leviathan and Behemoth are obvious. Methuselah in the Bible had the longest lifespan of those given in the Bible at the age of 969,
Yeah.
while Methuselah in the Monsterverse is not only the oldest Titan, but might be the oldest organism in the Monsterverse. Then you have Skylar, who has ties to the Greek monster who causes whirlpools, similar to the Monsterverse version, where she uses this ability to cool down the Arctic in King of the Monsters news clips and in Godzilla Dominion. I highly suggest you check out Wikizilla's videos talking all about the Titans. I only bring this up because KDM teased a possible name for this Titan, Ares the God of War. His throne room was littered with bones of other Titans along with Godzilla's and Kong's. Seems like an appropriate name. Also, given the fact that we see Kong's skull, we can assume this ape is not Kong himself. We'll get back to that in a bit. So who's this King Louie looking guy anyways? I have 3 theories on this. Theory 1, it's a different individual of Kong's species, a member of Titanus Kong Gong Rogue. Theory 2, a subspecies of Kong, similar to the giant Goji skull in the throne room in Godzilla vs. Kong, but a Kong.
Yeah.
Or Theory 3, a whole new species. If Kong's a Titan equivalent of a gorilla, then this could be another ape equivalent.
Alright.
KDM recently did a tweet recapping fun facts about orangutans, so Titan King Louie confirmed. And finally, the eyes. This is actually really important. In the Godzilla vs. Kong novelization, it was mentioned how the Titan War really started to heat up when Godzilla, or a Godzilla, ate a star within the Hollow Earth and turned wicked due to it, ultimately triggering or worsening the Titan War. I assume this Titan also consumed the star or the Hollow Earth-like energy like Godzilla. Alrighty, to summarize what I pieced together, this thing is probably an orangutan Titan that consumed the Hollow Earth energy, goes corrupt, and potentially triggers the Great Titan War. It's a Titan killer and goes after all. They get locked up somehow before being reawakened again, and this thing will be able to go toe-to-toe with Godzilla and Kong due to the energy that is consumed. And yeah, that's everything. Hope you guys enjoyed my ramblings. Love the show. Keep doing what you gents are doing, and hoping one day I can make a cameo appearance.
Ooh.
Probably not, unless...
Alright. Thanks for that. I love how, Mikey, you were just rattling off these kaiju names from the Monsterverse that you knew nothing
I have
about.
no clue who Ares or Skylar?
Skylar, Methuselah? Get
I
ready,
didn't know
dude.
Methuselah was a kaiju.
Get ready. We have another email here from our pal David, titled Godzilla vs. Mothra and New Empire. David says, in my view, Godzilla vs. Mothra is the weakest of the Heisei movies. Its message is heavy-handed and too simplistic. Godzilla could have been left out entirely, as he is mostly treated like an afterthought. The special effects haven't held up all that well over the years. And some scenes, like the collapsing temple where blocks clearly fall on the protagonist, or when he and the others fall into what is obviously a swimming pool, kill the suspension of disbelief. However, even being the weakest of the Heisei movies, it's still a good Godzilla movie. Mothra's return is handled wonderfully. Batra is a wonderful and underrated monster, as well as a personal favourite of mine, and the music and brilliant lights and colours are just beautiful. Probably would have preferred Mothra vs. Began, but still good. Okay, New Empire. And this is going to contain some Monsterverse spoilers.
Oh, should I block my ears?
Like, block your ears for this. Okay, David says, so I genuinely don't know how I feel about this yet. I had been really warming to the Space Godzilla rumours, and compared to that, this new ape monster feels a little bit like a letdown. Honestly, I keep thinking of it as Lanky Kong from Donkey Kong 64 as I watched.
He's got no style. He's got no grace.
As I watched the first time. Yeah, I thought the same, David. David says, the title doesn't work for me. That said, giving the trailer a second chance, the scene's genuinely scary. In the extended lore of the Monsterverse, there is some indication that Godzilla wiped out most of the Kongs because they had become intelligent enough that they were enslaving other titans and threatening the balance. I suspect this new orangutan-like monster is either a survivor or a descendant of those Kongs, and judging from its glowing eyes, it has absorbed the radioactive power of the Hollow Earth we learned about in the last movie. I have a hard time imagining this creature as a threat to both Kong and Godzilla. To me, this would have made a bit more sense as just a Kong movie, but maybe there's a whole army of Kongs waiting to fight the two of them so as to rebuild their lost civilization, hence the title of the movie. So I don't know, I'll wait and see, but I think this one could go either way. Also, there is a skull with a set of jaws in that trailer that looks very much like Anguirus's. I doubt we'll get so lucky, but it would be awesome if that's a hint and that he'll be returning.
What is this Hollow Earth that you guys are...
Get ready, Micah. Get ready.
Will do.
Thanks for the email, David. Definitely a lot of between you and Repod Reptiles. A lot of like crossing streams of theories there, you know? Absorbing Hollow Earth power, army of Kongs. I think it's just all a red herring myself, personally.
You think they'll do the Space Godzilla route?
I think there's going to be an orangutan versus Kong in the short scene before the title card.
That's like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Rhino fight.
yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is, guys.
We also have a letterboxd review from Kiv.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there have been some pretty high highs in movies lately, but a few top the return of the fully formed Mothra. Even the film knows it by making the entire process a surreal art film within the movie. It's ethereal, religious even. Amazingly undercut by the little girl, dubbed by a very obvious adult, going, "Nice!"
No way. No way.
I assume he watched the dub.
Yeah.
The Indiana Jones divorce storyline is fun, and like the other Heisei-era human stories, the effort is welcome and appreciated. Sure, this one's a bit of a retread, but the sleeper has awakened, and that's good enough for me.
Yes,
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Let's go.
We also have one from Bigo. I just get nothing out of this film. Characters are kind of quirky, I guess. Batra was kind of cool too. Ifukube makes good music, but that's really about it, to be honest. 2 out of 5 from Bigo.
2 out of 5 from
Yeah.
Bigo. Flip. We've got one more letterbox review here from Brandon. Heisei era continues to provide. 4 for 4 now. 10 minutes in, and the entire Earth is in danger. I love it when a Godzilla movie wastes no time getting nuts. The Indiana Jones adventure vibes in the first half get things off to a really strong start, and so many of the human characters are likable and easy to root for that I got sucked in right away. Mothra has never looked better on screen, and this movie is a perfect showcase for why she is such an incredible kaiju character. Her empathy and the underlying messages in the movie, while not subtle, dovetail to form a beautiful and rich story. The Batra design is exquisite, and the underwater fight between he and Godzilla is really a standout moment from this era so far. Only 3 movies left to go in this era, and I'm already kind of mourning it. 4 out of 5 from Brandon.
It's cool to hear everybody loving, or hating, but mostly loving the Heisei era.
Yeah, man, we're halfway through it. We're more than halfway through it now.
We're nearing the end.
It feels like we just started the Heisei era. What's going on? What is happening? Last but not least, we've got our trusty kaiju review from Waffles. Take it away, Waffles.
Evil Waffles here with an evil kaiju review. This week we're looking at Mothra versus Godzilla, the battle for the Earth. And of course, you know, in the battle for the Earth, I am backing my boy Batra. That's right, the most evil and sinister of kaiju. No, Mothra, what are you doing? No, Mothra, I'm starting to believe in myself, and oh no, Mothra and Batra are fighting together, and their friendship has cleaned my pure heart. Go, beat up Godzilla, save the Earth, fight a meteorite. If you can't already tell, this is my favorite movie in the entire franchise. I love this film so much. 10 meteorites out of 10. Just, pure bliss. Amazing movie. So good. So good. I love you all. Bye.
We had dark Waffles. I thought that was an adventure on its own.
I know that Waffles usually gives a lot of these movies 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That was genuine. I think
it
that's
was
the most genuine he's ever been with a 10 out of 10 rating.
I'm pretty sure every movie Waffles watches is his favourite movie in the Godzilla franchise so far.
I know he's a huge Mothra fan.
Yeah.
So I think this tops it for him.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Waffles. Thanks to you all for sending in your thoughts on this movie and Godzilla X Kong. Really appreciate you guys reaching out, sharing your love for the show, and sharing your love for Godzilla. It's really, really cool.
Now, Jasha, real quick. If we had to rebrand to a Mothra podcast, what would we call ourselves?
I don't know, man. The
Go on, what were you going to say?
the Poddy Nuts? the Podmos? These are bad ideas.
Poddy Nuts.
The potty nuts. Not potty nuts. Potty nuts. You know, like the peanuts pot. You get it? That's good. Let me noodle on it.
Yeah.
Let me noodle on it.
Get back to you.
Next up in the Heisei movies, everyone, is Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2. But first off, in usual Podzilla fashion, we thought that we'll take a little detour. So in 2 weeks' time, we're not talking about Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2. We're talking about the Godziland TV show.
We've done some asides before with the Hanna-Barbera animated show.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a little different. This is almost a mashup of live segments and animation for the family.
Yeah. So there were 2 TV shows released around the time that Godzilla vs. Mothra and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 came out. One was called Adventure Godziland or Adventure Godzillaland? How do you say that?
Either of them.
Godziland? Godziland? Godziland. Adventure Godziland and Get Going Godziland. And they were short educational Godzilla cartoons released to promote the films. But we thought we'd give them a watch. They, as you said, they feature live action and chibi-style animated segments. They feature musical numbers. They feature aerobic exercises. They feature the actresses who portrayed the cosmos in Godzilla vs. Mothra. This is going to be fun. We're going to be watching this Godzilla educational kids anime. Most of the episodes are available to watch on YouTube. We've chucked the link in the show notes here, so click through, check them out.
There's a lot of cool scenes in this, even if you're somewhat interested. If you want to see Godzilla making pancakes, doing informative dances, or even just, being news anchors alongside with Mechagodzilla.
I know, there's callbacks to Mechanicon and Mogira. Like, there's some deep cuts.
I feel like not many people even know about this as well.
Yeah.
So jump along. This is like a new uncharted land that we've found.
The characters are officially not known as like chibi characters. They're called super deformed characters. So get ready.
So like super deformed Godzilla.
Yeah. Super deformed Godzilla, super deformed Mechagodzilla. Get ready for their appearances.
Guys, we've been your hosts, Super Deformed Jasha and Super Deformed Micah.
Yeah, we'll catch you in 2 weeks, guys.
That's been Podzilla with your hosts Jasha and Micah Drake. Follow along on our socials at PodzillaPod and jump into our Discord via the link in the show notes.
Huge thank you to Cassie Celine who did our podcast art and Degora9898 who did our episode thumbnail.
Let's go. And just a disclaimer that any musical sound effects used in this episode belong entirely to the Toho Company. See you guys next episode.